News from ENN. Osea launched an attack on the capital today, striking Farbanti from their aircraft carrier, the Kestrel II. After a brutal battle, the Erusian Air Force successfully repelled them. During the air raid, the Osean Air Force fired missiles at the city and managed to shoot down a number of Erusian fighters. Some of the disabled planes then crashed into residential areas.
The world was screwed. 20 years ago, the Earth got slammed by an asteroid. Yuja was on the wrong side of the planet and got hit. Hard. Refugees swarmed the Erusian Republic, the biggest country on the continent, plunging it into chaos. They were desperate and started a war, one they had no hope of winning. That's the war my dad fought and died in. The biggest nations from 2 continents went head-to-head, and the so-called righteous Oseans struck the deal that ended it. They fancied themselves the only nation that could bring peace and stability to the world. They even tried saving the Yusians, still suffering from the disaster. That's how a space elevator, stretching way up into the sky, ended up being built in Yuja, paid for by the Oseans. President Harling said he did it out of compassion for his fellow humans. But to the folks in Erusia, it looked like Osea was moving in to take over. Erusia went from being a republic back to being a kingdom. When they started this new war, they managed to get the drop on everyone. The second the declaration hit the news, Erusian forces took control of the space elevator without spilling a single drop of blood. President Harling was touring the elevator when it happened and disappeared. Then, while that was going on, the Erusian ships that were docked all around Osea released a swarm of drone fighters they had hidden on board in containers. No one thought they were capable of doing what they did that day. With pinpoint accuracy, they managed to take out everything that was military, and not a single civilian was hurt in the process. Osea pissed lots of people off with their huge military presence around the world. Erusia didn't have the same reach, but they could hit their targets faster and cleaner. And when all this was going down, I just so happened to be in my flying drag racer. In case you were wondering, yeah, I survived. I crashed in a bombed-out Osean Air Force base, then got arrested for breaking wartime aviation laws or some crap. The world went from being at peace to being at war, all in the blink of an eye.
Princess Rosa Cassette Delise of the Kingdom of Erusia. Today, Osean airstrikes have shattered the lives of countless Erusians. Their attacks practically leveled the school I went to. It is heartbreaking.
I was tried, found guilty, and stuffed into a cargo ship. For company, I had some court-martialed soldiers. And remember those mothballed planes I told you about before? They were loaded on the ship, too. We headed off down south for several days, and then swung east. That's how I got here. I was thousands of kilometers from Erusia, on the opposite side of the Yusian continent. For a port, it was dull as hell. It had 3 rusty patrol boats, and the base? The fences were topped with razor wire, the tower had a searchlight and machine guns, and a truck with a gun turret was parked in front of the gate. Its gun was aimed at the yard. This was a prison. This place looked like a full-on base, but half the tanker trucks were just big balloons, and the runways weren't even paved, just painted on the dirt. The whole place was just one big fat lie. The only reason I was here is because they knew I'd restored a supersonic plane. They wanted me to make something out of the mothballed planes they brought, that they could park on the fake runway. Can you believe that shit? So, I tried to escape. They found out, and set the dogs on me.
Erusia has made a declaration to the Ocean Federation and all countries on the Eurasian continent stationing the IUN peacekeeping force that we are now at war. Right after the declaration was made, surprise attacks began around the continent that have inflicted major damage.
Mage Squadron, sortie, ASAP.
Current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
But, any aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles? They should be close.
Yep.
Fox 2! Fox 2!
Intercept! Fire the AA! Get the radar vehicle out of there! It's popping off now, Trigger. The war has officially begun.
H2, target destroyed.
Radar vehicle's been destroyed! We're going for the radar car!
Target destroyed. 5 to go.
Get the fighters out there! Protect the radar vehicle! They've got their anti-air guns aimed right at us. It's an air raid! We're being attacked by enemy aircraft! Radar lock acquired. Requesting permission to move the vehicle! We can't wait any longer! We need interceptors now! We're using the containers now! Those weapons are meant for tactical flexibility.
Target destroyed. 3 to go. Continue to engage at your discretion. Enemy interceptors inbound. Prepare to engage in 30 seconds.
Wilco, here they come. Take them down. Okay, recruits. Pay attention to who's on what side. The newest IFF is connected to our entire force via satellites. It's reliable, so trust your radars.
2 targets remain.
A lovely pile of scrap. That radars are just about to go online. We pushed the plan forward too fast. The base was too far from Allied territory. Locked on!
They fled into the clouds.
H2, lock.
Trigger, there's one more to go.
Careful, the enemy has a lock.
Missile, evade, evade!
Caution. Pull up.
Missile, evade! Fox 2, Fox 2! Column 2, you can't go after every target. On your 6.
Missile.
I'm icing up!
Missile. Missile.
Dodged it.
Missile. Missile.
Caution, enemy on your tail.
Missile. Missile.
Golem 2, Fox 2.
Break, break. Locked on bandit. Protect the radar vehicles. Return fire.
Pull up.
That was the last radar vehicle. Great work. Radar vehicle's destroyed, but the interceptor shows no sign of retreating. Take it out. Continue with the mission. Crush as many as you can.
Enemy transports are taxiing.
Locked. Mage 2, missile away.
Everything's been burned down. Clouds don't just affect your field of vision. They also mess with your HUD and radar.
Missile.
The Seekers can sometimes lose their lock-on to their targets, too. We aim over clear ground. School 3, you have to bail out now.
Silver 1, an enemy will crash in a residential area.
Just worry about staying alive for now. No, they're not linked to the radar vehicle. Launch manually. Redo the setup. Trying again. Here's some feedback from enemy intelligence. Write your manuals in a language we can understand. Missed. Evade that missile.
Missile. Missile.
Locked on target.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Chaffing flares at 0. Fox 3, Fox 3!
Pull up.
Break!
Caution.
Missile inbound! Evade!
Missile.
Missile inbound! Evade!
Missile.
I'm iced up.
Missile.
Shred the radar network. Golem 1, Fox 2. Enemy transport destroyed. There's 4. Keep your mind focused.
5 targets remaining.
All transports have been destroyed, but what were they carrying?
Locked.
I got him! He's mine! How the hell does the enemy get my hit sledge? He's getting crushed.
4 targets remaining.
Bandit evaded the attack! I'm in his blind spot. He's mine. Enemy missile detected. Evading. APCs have nowhere to hide. Mage 2, enemy has a radar lock on you.
Missile.
Fox 2.
Missile.
Missile inbound. Evade!
All aircraft. Residential area is below you.
Caution. Ammunition 0.
Evade that missile! Bandit in my sights. Locked on. Got no recourse.
Ammunition 0. Caution. Pull up. Caution. Caution. Pull up.
Missile fired. Evading. If we get the runway, we can't capture him.
Watch out. Enemy has a lock.
Missile. Caution. Pull up. Caution.
Mage 2, target destroyed.
Lock acquired.
Locked. Fox 2.
Caution. Pull up.
They withdraw. What? They gonna bring their buddies back from the dead? All the enemy aircraft away from the base.
Missile.
Missile! Evade! Evade!
Missile. Missile.
Fire anti-air gun! Now! H2, you're targeted.
Missile. Missile.
Warning! Land on your 6! Enemy missile cruising! Breaking! They're losing it after their allies on the ground were taken out.
I can't say I blame them.
Missile launched.
I'm on this one's tail.
Missile.
On my target's tail.
Missile.
Box 2!
Ammunition 0.
Attack hit. Bandit is still moving. That radar was just about to go online.
Target eliminated. All right, this base is worth destroying. 3 targets remaining.
Missile inbound. Evade.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Golem 1, box 2.
Missile. Ammunition 0.
God damn it, my brother was in that radar unit. I've got him in my sights.
Locked.
Okay, let's completely blind those bastards. Missile inbound. Evade.
Mage 2, they have a lock on you.
Missile.
Enemy attack turned me. I'm still okay.
Caution. Pull up.
Mage 2, box 2. Mage 2 crashed. Current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
But, any aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles? They should be close.
Yep. Fire the AA! Flee our vehicle out of there! It's popping off now, Trigger. The war has officially begun.
Mage 2 locked.
Snare raid! We're being attacked by enemy aircraft! Target has been destroyed. We're using the containers now. Those weapons are meant for tactical flexibility. Where's our support? If we don't get some fighters soon, the whole base is gone!
Locked on target. Box 2!
The anti-air radar vehicle has been destroyed! got their anti-air guns aimed right at us.
Target destroyed. 5 to go.
The nearest airbase hasn't got any fighters. Get the fighters out there! Protect the radar vehicle!
Fox 2.
Caution. Pull
We don't
up.
have any engine. Air weaponry in place yet. We can't put up a decent fight.
Page 2. Walking.
Missile.
Missile in the air! Evade now!
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Request information on the vehicle! We can't wait any longer. We need interceptors now!
Lockdown bandit. Missile launched. Target destroyed. 3 to go. Continue to engage at your discretion. Enemy interceptors inbound. Prepare to engage in 30 seconds.
Wilco, here they come. Take them down. Okay, recruits. Pay attention to who's on what side. The newest IFF is connected to our entire force via satellites. It's reliable, so trust your radars. Get away from that vehicle! Now!
Page 2, break that lock.
Missile.
Mark 2!
Missile.
Fox 2.
Locked. It's chow time.
Missile. Missile.
Immediate attack. Trying again.
Page 2. Walking.
Clear the enemy aircraft away from the base. Hostile eliminated. Breaking to escape lock.
Missile. Missile.
Lockdown hostile.
Missile.
How the hell is the enemy able to hit it so accurately when it's camouflaged? Enemy behind you. Heads up. Bandit evaded the attack.
Mage 1 launching missile.
Missile.
Missile inbound. Evade.
Missile.
Evade. Do it now.
The enemy's traveled a long way, so they're trying to hit this quickly.
I'm on his rear.
Behind target and ready to attack.
Bandit is in my sights. Golem 2, you can't go after every target. Break! Break!
Mage 2, they have a lock on you.
On your tail!
Missile. 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 Missile.
Why don't they withdraw? What? They gonna bring their buddies back from the dead?
Page 2 locked.
Missile. Missile.
2 targets remaining.
Missile.
That radar was just about to go online. We pushed the plan forward too fast. The base was too far from Allied territory. The base is wrecked.
Caution. Pull up. Caution. Pull up.
APC destroyed.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Even if we get them on radar, we can't counter. We expanded the front lines too quickly. Bandit in my sights. Locked on.
Missile. Missile.
Fox 2. Good work, Trigger. The enemy's a lovely pile of scrap. Enemy missile detected.
Page 2 locked.
Trigger, there's one more to go. Okay, let's completely blind those bastards.
Targeting gun range.
Caution.
Watch out. The enemy has a lock on you.
Golem 1, Fox 2. Evade that missile! Are you telling me we can't even avenge our fallen? Breaking off!
That was the last radar vehicle. Great work. Radar vehicle's destroyed, but the interceptor shows no sign of retreating. Take it out. Continue with the mission. Crush as many as you can.
The clouds don't just affect your field of vision. They also mess with your HUD and radar. The Seekers can sometimes lose their lock-on to their targets, too.
Enemy transports are taxiing.
Missile.
No, they're not linked to the radar vehicle. Launch manually. Redo the setup. Here's some feedback for those war merchants. Write your manuals in a language we can understand. Enemy missile detected. Evading.
Target has been destroyed.
Mage 2 enemy has a lock on you.
Missile. 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 Caution. Pull up.
Heads up. Bandit behind you. Evade. Do it now.
Missile.
Fox 2. Bandit invaded attack. Trying again.
All right. This base is worth destroying.
Golem 2, Fox 2.
Keep your mind focused.
Missile.
Missile! Evade! Evade!
Missile. Missile.
Mage 2's in the clouds.
Missile.
We've got no recourse. Frank, do it! They're taking cover in the clouds.
Locked.
Read aim over clear ground. School 3, you have to clear up now.
Golem 1, enemy will crash in a residential area.
Just worry about staying alive for now.
Now 5 targets remaining.
Missile.
Evade! Do it now!
That's a miss.
Missile away.
Missile.
All aircraft, residential area is below you. Golem 2, Box 2.
I want it back! Evade that missile!
Target is hit.
Do we really have interceptors?
4 targets remaining.
Pull up.
Golem 2, Box 2.
Locked.
Break! Break!
Enemy transport destroyed. There's more. 3 targets remaining.
Mage 2, they have a lock on you.
Bandit has a rocket!
Missile.
Missile evaded.
Break! Break! Bandit in my sight! Locked on!
They're losing it after their allies on the ground were taken out.
Can't say I believe them.
Listen up! Bandit behind you! Getting on a rock! Breaking! I'm taking fire! Still flight capable!
Missile away.
Box 2! Launch preparations complete. Bolts are free. Whenever you're ready. Stand clear. 15 meters. UAVs ready to launch. Away! Wait!
What happened? Status report.
Multiple bogies on radar. They're close.
Wait, they're being launched.
You're cleared to engage. They're probably hostile.
Judging by the way they look and move, they gotta be drones. Well spotted, Cloud. No doubt about it, we're dealing with UAVs. But that doesn't change a thing. Just think of them as somewhat clever decoys. Take them all down. These drones have great agility. All aircraft. You know what high G turns are, right? Use them. HQ, this is Golem 1. Bandits confirmed as UAVs. Repeat, bandits are drones.
Missile.
Golem 1, that doesn't matter. Destroy all enemy fighters and get out.
Missile.
It doesn't matter.
Fox 2.
He's saying the war can change in an instant. Get over it.
Missile.
Yeah, I just
Stall
wish they'd
warning.
give us a bit more warning.
Stall warning.
Bandit coming at you.
Missile.
Feels like I'm riding a roller coaster up here.
Missile.
Missile, get out of the way!
Missile. 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 Missile.
That's a miss.
Missile. Missile.
Mage 2. Missile away.
Missile.
Shit. I got an enemy in front of me and behind me.
Caution, hostile under radar lock.
Missile. 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 Missile.
I'm in his blind spot. He's mine.
Missile.
Crap. The aircraft is icing up. I'm getting a warning.
Get out of the clouds. The ice will melt. Don't try to read their movements.
Caution.
Fox 2.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Locked.
Missile.
It's chow time.
Missile.
Behind target and ready to attack.
He escaped into the clouds.
Missile.
Mates 2, break that lock.
Caution. Pull up.
Bandit coming at you. Missed. Golem 2, the enemy's reading
Missile.
you. Missile, move!
Missile. Missile.
Missile launched. Miss.
Missile.
That's a miss.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Bandit, on your 6.
Golem Squadron, surround him.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
I'm in his blind spot. He's mine.
Missile.
Missile inbound. Evade.
Missile.
Enemy UAV confirmed destroyed. Hell yeah. Golem Squadron, you're not gonna let Mage get all the glory, are ya?
3 enemies to go.
Locked. It's chow time. It didn't connect.
Locked.
Missile.
Mates 2, they have a lock on you.
Ammunition 0.
Targeting gun range.
I'm buying dinner for anyone who takes down an enemy.
There's a bar I want to try.
You're doing good. Just 2 more.
Missile.
Missile in the air. Evade now.
Missile. 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 Missile.
He's mine. He's not getting away.
Caution. Pull up.
Missed.
Ammunition 0.
No remaining special weaponry.
Missile.
The enemy does a few moves, but that's about it. Just chase him down and pull the trigger.
1 to go. Let's get through this without any casualties. No missiles remaining.
Stall warning. Stall warning.
Locked.
Ammunition 0.
I've maneuvered behind the enemy. Trigger, don't let them give you the runaround. Take them down one at a time.
Nice kill, Trigger. Enemy aircraft confirmed down.
The skies are clear. Nice work, everyone. Mission complete. RTB.
No casualties. We couldn't have done any better. Returning to base.
I don't know. Maybe the bandits we took down caused civilian casualties.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days. You shoot, someone gets killed. The guys in charge take care of the rest.
target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry.
You've given us air superiority by destroying their radar. The first barrier keeping us from retaking the space elevator is gone. Now is the time to group up and begin the counteroffensive. Let us reclaim what is ours. The surprise attacks carried out after the declaration of war saw the peacekeeping forces of various countries, including Osea, suffer major damage.